IP addresses. In the previous class, we learned the OSI layer. Open System Interconnect is a reference model proposed by ISO, referring that model, that 7 layers, every operating system, every network devices are designed. As a result, any operating system, any device can interact and understand each other. See, some may be using Mac computers, some may be using Windows computers. In Mac computer, in Apple, Mac is the OS, Mac is the operating system. In computers like Dell, Microsoft, Windows is the operating system. See, the make is different, the operating system is also different. Mac operating system file structure and Windows operating system file structuring is different. Even though there are a lot of variations, when a Mac user send a mail to a Windows user, there is no change in the mail. The mail is same as sent. It is received. So the operating system and the hardware design, though they are different, still the devices interact successfully. They convey the same meaning is being understood by the receiver. It's all because of OSI. This is what we learned. Today we are entering into another topic called IP address. This address, which is handled by a protocol called Internet Protocol, is named as IP address because the protocol IP uses an address like this 10.1.1.1. This format of address can be used by the protocol called Internet Protocol. Internet Protocol is a protocol. In short, we call it as IP. This protocol is the reason for communication. If no internet protocol, no communication. You remember in the previous class we learned in transport layer TCP and UDP. TCP is connection oriented transmission control protocol. UDP is user datagram protocol. Those protocols are under this IP. If no IP, no TCP, no UDP, no communication. IP is the top in hierarchy. If no IP, there is no use of any other protocol in networking. This IP protocol works in layer 3. Can you tell me the name of layer 3 OSI? What is the name given to layer 3 in OSI? Very nice. Network layer. The network layer is responsible for providing source and destination IP address to each packet. You see, in transport layer, the big data is segmented. So we call data as segment. When it comes to network layer from 4, when it comes to layer 3 provides IP address to the packet. We call it as packet now. Earlier we called segment when it was in transport layer. Now when it comes to network layer, it receives source and destination IP address. So now the name is changed. After getting IP address, source and destination, the name is called as packets. For example, if this PC whose IP address is 10.111 wants to communicate to the other PC 10.112, and these two are connected. So A wants to talk to B. This is how the layer 3 address will be. The IP address will be what? The source is 10.111. Destination is 10.112. As soon as this is added to the segment, which is in layer 4, the big data is chopped into small pieces. For each piece, source and destination address is added. Now, this we no more call segment, we call it as packets. Here we called segment. In layer 4, our data is called as segment. In layer 3, the data is called as packet. Now, this is what we call it as IP address. In this format, there will be 4 numbers separated by dot. 10.1.1.1 192.168.10.20. This is an example for IP address, and this is called as IP address because the protocol, Internet Protocol IP, can understand this address, can use this address to identify a device because it's an address. Address is to identify device. An address is for identification. Here it is networking, so we use it to identify device. IP address. Now this IP address is 32-bit size. When we say bits, actually we mean binary. Binary. 32 bits of binary number. But 192.168.10.20.10, this is not binary. But IP address is actually, we call this as IP address. But the actual IP address, the original representation of IP address is in the form of binary, and it is 32 digit. Here you just got 4 numbers. But the original IP address, a machine learnable, machine readable IP address, is actually in 32-bit. But for our understanding, the 32-bit is converted into this type of decimal number. We use decimal number in day-to-day life. We use decimal number. We don't use binary number to speak to someone. We speak in decimal number. We speak like 10 feet high, 60 kilometers speed, 40 miles away. We don't speak in binary. 1001000 miles away. What? 1100111100 speed. Uh, no one understands that 11011. It's because it's mission language. It's binary number. Binary two numbers is the base. Using this two base number, big numbers like 32 bits can be derived. Just two binary number. It's a machine language, 0 and 1, off and on. Electricity knows only these two. Electricity, the bulb, you can off it, you can on it. That's the language the electricity knows. Off is what 0 is, on is what 1 is. Off and on. Just two numbers, binary. Okay, now this 32-bit binary need to be converted into a decimal number which we use, so that we can understand and remember this address, even though it is in an understandable and readable format. Many people don't know their IP address in their computer. One reason is the IP address will change time to time in your computer. If you are going to connect from different places, you'll be using different network. At home, you may get this address 192.168.20.10 in your laptop. But when you take this laptop to airport, nowadays no one uses that type of network. But early days, free internet in airports, so everyone used to open the laptop and sit, they will type in the airport only. They want to show they got a Dell computer, Mac computer, boom, boom. What I'm saying is, you will get different IP address there. The IP address that we had in our home, the IP address that we are getting in airport are not the same, because the address is different. Sorry, the network is different. Airport's network and your home network is different. So of course they'll have different range of address to give. In your home network, there's a range you have set in your Wi-Fi or wired router. In airport also they have different range of address to give to the passengers. So that is one reason why people don't remember. But this address is easy to to tell to someone. If someone is asking in our home, hey, what is your IP address? I can easily go here and I can type command cmd and I'll be in this page and I can say IP config. That's all. This is the command to see what IP address I have. And if you go top here under the Wi-Fi interface, see wireless LAN interface. This is the adapter via which I am communicating now to you. My laptop uses this wireless LAN adapter to talk. And you see, this is the IPv4 address of my laptop. So in a computer, if you see, there are three in a computer. We have an IP address, we have subnet mask, we have default gateway. Don't see these things. These are all IPv6. We are not focusing on IPv6 now. We are doing IPv4 version 4. Right? Again, I'm telling you, I'm showing you wireless adapter. I'm not sure what type of connection you have established in your laptop. If you are connecting through a wire, how will you know what IP address you got? It's the same procedure. See, you go here and type command prompt or CMD, you get this, and then IP config. It's all same. Because I'm connecting through Wi-Fi adapter, I'm looking in this section. If you're connecting through this is only when I use wireless adapter. Then if I'm using a Ethernet cable to connect to the network, then I need to look for Ethernet adapter. So I'm not connected to Ethernet adapter, that's why nothing appears here. No appears, nothing is just disconnected. Media disconnected. So you need to check IP address under this section if you're connected through wire. If you're connecting through wireless, then it's under this. If you're connecting through something called Thunderbolt, something like that in Mac, it will be there. Or if you're connecting through a Bluetooth, then it is going to be here. But here, right now, these are all disconnected. Media state is disconnected. Now, coming back to the flow, we have an IP address for each device. We have subnet mask. We have gateway address. What is an IP address? An address that is used to identify a device. What is subnet mask? Subnet mask specifies the range of bit given for networking. Listen please carefully. There are 32 bits, right? This 32 bit is equally divided into 4 groups. If I need to equally divide 32 into 4 groups, what will be there? 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit. So totally 32 bit. With this 8 bit, you will have a number ranging from 1 to 255. See, any number between this. That's what you see here. 192. It's between this dot. 168. That is also in between 1 to 255. With 8-bit, 255 is the maximum that you will go. And with another 8-bit, you see 1 here. 1 dot 63. Now, this IP address, 32-bit address, has got 4 octet. 4 octet. 192.168.1 dot. Why do you say 4 octet? Because octa means 8-bit. 8 octet. 4 octet. Coming from the word octa. Okay. Now, out of this 4 octet, some represents the network to which you belong to. I told you, no, you go to airport, you get a network IP, you get an IP address. If you come to home, you get another IP address. Are they same network? No. So you have different networks, and then inside your home, your laptop will have an IP address. Your computer may have another IP address. Your iPad may have another IP address. Network will be same because it's a home network, but only the host portion, meaning the device portion, will vary. Now, if this is the address, which is the device identification and which is the network identification? The network identification is what this 255, 255, 255 tells you. If you have if you have 3 255s, which means this is the network portion. This is the network in that address, in the above address. 192.168.1 is the network, and the 63 is representing your laptop. Wherever the zero is, no, the zero, that is the portion that identifies your laptop. Wherever you have 255, that's the portion that is telling you to which network this laptop belongs to. 192.168.1 is the network to which my laptop belongs to. Like my laptop, there are many other devices in my home connected to the same 192.168.1. See, in my laptop, I have this IP 192.168.1. This one will be same for my daughter's computer. 192.168.1 will be same, but it won't be same this portion. This portion is to identify the device inside the network. 63 is my device, my laptop. Maybe 62, my daughter's computer. So what I'm coming to say here is, wherever 0 is, that octet is the device identification. For example, if I have an address 10.1.1.1 and the subnet mask, see, this is an IP address and this is subnet mask, see, subnet mask. That's how we call it as. Now, If the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0, what does this mean? It means that network is 10.1 only, because only 2 octet. And the device identification is 1.1. This is device. You know how in networking we call device identification host ID. Both are same. Device ID, host ID. Both are same. This is network ID. Right. Next. What is this default gateway? This is the address of my network's gate. See, in our home, we have a gate. For my network, there is a gate. What is the use of a gate? If you want to go to office, you need to use the gate to go out of your network. To go to office, office is another network. You need to go out of your home in order to go to office. So if you want to go out, you need to go to the gate. Okay. Now, if you're going to a worship place, a church, again you have to go to gate. Only then you can go to church. If you're coming to India, you need to go to gate. Only then you can come to India. So anywhere you want to go out of your network, you need to go to your gateway first. Only from there you have access to all other rest of the place in the world. Same way. This is the address of a router that connects you to the internet. And this is the address of this router. Router, this is how we draw a router. One round and then one X. And this side is what internet is. This side wire is connected to the internet. This side wire is connected to your laptop. Your laptop IP address is this one, 192.168.1.63. And the address of the router is given as the gateway address to your computer. So the address of the router, which is 192.101. So whatever is configured on the router will be given to your computer. Whatever is configured on the router is given to your computer as a gateway. So that if your laptop wants to talk to my laptop, because we are in different network, your laptop will send the packet to the router. See the name given to this device. He's a router, he can route it. So he routes the packet to my network, which is in India. And I have a router. And to my router, I am connected here. Without the help of the router, you cannot route. Without the help of gate, you cannot come out of your home. Anywhere you want to go outside your home, you should first come to the gate. Likewise, within the house, there may be many computers. To communicate between them, there is no need for a gateway. But whenever you are trying to talk to different network, you need a gateway. Let me make it more clear. Too many. This is your computer. This is your children's computer, child's computer. This IP address is 10.1.1.1. This IP address is 10.1.1.2. And now this is your PCID 1, your child's PCID 2. And now you're connecting to a router so that you can communicate to the rest of the world. And somewhere in the network I'm here, and my network is 192.168.1.1. Now here in your router there is an address 10.1.1.10. Likewise here in my router there is an address 192.168.1.10, something like this. Now when A and B wants to talk, there is no need for gateway because you are inside the same house. You don't need to communicate. You don't need to send the packet to gateway. So the packet never comes here. It never comes here. But whenever you are trying to talk to outside, like Yahoo, Google, or you're trying to communicate to my computer, which is in different part of the world, in different network, then the packet will come to the gateway. How the packet comes to the gateway? Because in this computer, we configure three things. One is IP address and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and also 10.1.1.10, which is gateway. Three things we have, and we understood the meaning of each. This is the address to identify the device. This is to say what portion of this address is network and what portion of this address is the host ID or the device ID. Host ID, device ID, same. Only the name different, meaning is same. And the gateway is the address of the router. So whenever your PC tries to communicate to different network, your PC will push the packet to the gateway's address and packet will come to router. And router will route the packet to different network. So we understood here three things. What is IP address? What is subnet mask? What is gateway? What is IP address? IP address is separated by 4 decimal. See, this will not be that clear like what I have delivered. This is just, for small beginners. This presentation is not to your level. We spoke a lot of things here. Very few things are explained. IP address is actually 32-bit. And it is represented in binary format. For our easy understanding, it is converted into decimal and it has got 4 dots separated by. It is separated by 4 decimals with the help of 3 dots. In this address, we have private address, public address, which we'll be seeing in our next class. And then, what is private address? It's a non-routable on internet. Public is routed. Those things we are going to deal in the next class. But what is an IP address? IP address is to identify a device in the network. Why it is called as IP address? Because the protocol IP, Internet Protocol, can understand and use the address to identify a device. In that IP address, we have IPv4 version, V6 version, which we will be talking in detail later, right? And don't worry about IPv6. Let's not get into now. Okay, what is subnet mask? Subnet mask tells. So the subnet mask will tell how many bits are given for network and how many are host. Um, we'll talk about this notation later. What is gateway? Gateway is the address of the router. The role of the gateway is to take the traffic to different network. All right. So we'll stop here today. We learned three main things. What is an IP address? What is subnet mask? And what is gateway? I showed you by taking a snip. Okay, I think I closed it. Let me quickly show you. Command prompt, cmd, ipconfig, and this is what the IP address of my laptop, subnet mask, and the gateway. Likewise, you can check yours later. IP address is used by protocol IP to identify a device. And for our easy understanding, it is represented in decimal format. It is not in a binary format. Originally, the IP address is in binary, but we never write in binary. When we write 192.168.1.63, automatically it is converted into binary format by the operating system. Right? So go through this.